Now, Congressman Ryan, I forgot to tell you now, you're in Columbus. You're going to make me take my jacket off. And get loose here today. Columbus, are you fired up and ready to go for this election? I don't think I heard you quite well. Are you fired up and ready to bring this election home? Starting off my day in Northwest Ohio in the city of Toledo, where we kicked off the early vote right in front of the early vote board of elections, or the location where you can vote at. And we talked to Toledoans about the importance of this election and, most importantly, what's at stake. And then we traveled over to Lima, Ohio, in Allen County. Go Lima! Go Lima! Give a round of applause for Lima. That's right. We traveled over to Allen County where we did the same thing, to talk to voters about exactly what's at stake in this election. It's very simple. And you're standing on the stairs of where it all happens at every single day. When Democrats stood up for health care, Republicans said no. When Democrats stood up for the Ohio Jobs Bill, Republicans said no. When Democrats stood up for tax cuts for seniors, Republicans said no. This is our time to say yes to Ohio's future. That's right. And I'm telling you right now, if you're willing to roll up your sleeves, dig your feet firmly in the ground, and say enough is enough, because this is our state, and this is our time, and this is my voice. Ohio can and will be the greatest place in America to live, work, and to raise your family. And I'll tell you, in the Treasury, we're doing our part. Bear said I was taking his line. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a good one. You know, in the Treasury, we're doing our part. I don't have to tell you what we faced in 2009 and all the challenges with the economy being turned upside down by those folks on Wall Street who weren't looking out for the folks on Main Street. But I can tell you, in that time, while states like California and Kansas were writing IOUs to pay on their debt service, the Ohio Treasury didn't lose one single penny to bad investments, not one single dime. In fact, we earned over $300 million and cut our costs for retirees by $20 million, or 63%. That's money that goes back into the hands of everyday Ohioans. Now, let me ask you this. Are you fired up and ready to go? Are you fired up and ready to go for this election? Is Ted Strickland the best guy to lead Ohio in this next election? Yvette McGee the best lieutenant governor to lead us in this next session? Richard Cordray, Mary Ellen O'Shaughnessy, David Pepper, all of our judicial candidates. Can you give them a round of applause too? Yeah, that's right. I challenge each of you. As we leave today, it is early vote. The cheers and the jeers are one thing. Standing up and making your voices another. But tonight, you can go home and do something else. You can call your neighbors. You can call your relatives. You can call your friends. You can show up at the board at the Franklin County Democratic Party and make phone calls. You can go door to door on weekends. You can talk to everybody that you come in contact with to let them know just exactly what's at stake in this election. Now, will you do that for us? I'm not convinced. You gotta let everybody know. Will you do that for us in this election? It gives me great pleasure now to introduce my good friend who's led this great city and has been a beacon of light not only for Ohio but for the entire United States of America in leading urban areas all across this great country. It is my pleasure to introduce my friend, my mentor, and our leader here in Columbus, Mayor Michael B. Coleman.
First of all, considering the fact that Treasurer Boyce took all my lines, I have nothing else to say. You did that very well, Kevin. Very well. Yeah. Treasure of voice. Let me just say, this is an important race. And you know, that's almost cliche. Every race is important. But this one really matters because we just got started. A couple years ago with the president and 2 years before that with the governor. We're starting to make an impact. We're starting to turn the state around. We're starting to turn the country around. Because when the governor took over, this state was already messed up. When the president took over, we were already in the deepest recession since the Depression. And we're coming out of it. We're coming out of it because we got good leadership. We're coming out of it because we're not looking back, we're looking forward. We're making a difference. And it's the leadership that we have in our state, with Governor Strickland, and all the other Democratic candidates, is why this state is going to get better. Now we have a choice. Our choice is pretty clear. We have one candidate for governor that believes that he will use common sense, believes he will use his best efforts to create jobs, believes he will use the things that he has done for the past 4 years, at least in my city, to make a difference. Jobs and opportunities. And then you got another candidate who believes more on Wall Street than Main Street, who believes that the only way there is to deal with the budget is to cut it and cut it, cut it. Let me tell you something. Municipalities all over this state are going to be in deep, deep trouble if John Kasich becomes the governor of the state of Ohio. I'm telling you. We got a problem facing us. The counties, the cities. We need Governor Strickland to remain in office. We need him in office. When I talk to other mayors around the state of Ohio, I say, what will we do when, because of a Kasich governorship, we may be in a position where we have to lay off police and firefighters? That's not the thing to do in Ohio or in the city of Columbus. We fight for them. We want them to protect our neighborhoods. We had the summer of violence in Columbus just this past summer. We worked hard to keep the violence down. What happens if there aren't police officers and firefighters to deal with the violence and crime in our urban centers around the state of Ohio? I need Governor Strickland to help us keep our neighborhoods safe. I do not understand why we're talking about going back to the way we were under George W. I don't get it. We need to go forward. We need to get better. And we get better with solid leadership, common sense leadership. Someone who leads from their mind, their heart, their spirit, and put their self on the line, like Governor Strickland has done for the past 4 years. We have other candidates, all up and down this ticket. In the city of Columbus and in the state of Ohio, this happens to be the Franklin County Democratic Party ballot. How many are here now from Franklin County? Raise your hand. I love you too. But those in Franklin County vote this slate card. We have many folks, all the way from our statewide candidates, Strickland and Yvette McGee Brown, who grew up in Columbus. While Columbus is owned, somebody's a leader in her own right, and I have great confidence she'll be a terrific lieutenant governor. Richard Cordray, David Pepper, Mary Ellen O'Shaughnessy, against someone from Columbus, and everybody else, all the way up and down the line. Today is the beginning of our election period. Today is the first election day, and I want to see Democrats and Republicans and independents to go out there and vote for Governor Strickland. I cannot tell you how proud I was to see the lines when President Barack Obama was on the ballot. I want to see those lines again. It's important how quickly we forget how far we've come in a short period of time. We still have work to do, but let's get the right people in there to make the progress, and let's keep going. Now, we all like music, and this is the Big Rock and Blues Band right here. Now there's 3 members here from Big Rock and Blues, right? Big Rock and Blues Band. The Little Rock and Blues Band tonight, but they're gonna have a big sound right here on the steps. Go ahead.
Let's get some energy going. 1, 2, 3. Good love. Good love. Good love. Good love. Well, I was feeling so bad. Asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, doctor, oh Mr. MD, what can you tell me? What is it? I said, yeah. Oh, now please, what I really need is good love. Give me that good love, good love. All I need is love, good love.